Welcome to this channel. This is Ushagu TV, your farming online partner. You can find us on Facebook at Ushagu TV, Simon Kemeu. You can also find us on YouTube at Ushagu TV, Simon Kemeu. And we can also link up on WhatsApp. Contacts will be provided down there. Now, today I would like to help my farmers on something that has been disturbing them, and that is fruit set drop. When you talk about fruit set drop, we talk about losing our young fruits, which we call uh, premature dropping of fruits. But before then, I'd like to show you some improvements we've made in our farm, because I know we've been working together. We've been saying that it is good since a crop our plants or our trees with leguminous leguminous crops, and in this case we said beans, because we said beans first. They introduce nitrogen to the soil, which is essential to our plants. And then secondly, we said beans do not compete. They are not feeder crops. They're not feeder crops. They do not compete for nutrients with our plants. So it is important that when we think of intercropping our plants, especially at this early age, we intercrop with beans, because they don't even take long. They are short-term crops. They take at least 2 or 3 months in the farm, and then they let your plants be. So as you can see, our plants are so free. We have just harvested beans, and the plants now have all the room. They're free, as you can see. The fruits, the plants are free from now until the next planting season. As you can see, all these patches are in between the plants, crops with planted beans. Just to show you a scenario which we have just right opposite here. That is how the plants have been looking with the beans intercropped. You can see they don't compete for anything. The beans are ready, they're being harvested, and to remain with our plants. Having said that, the issue I have said we're going to talk about today is about fruit set drop, or that premature dropping of our fruits, especially when they are young and they're not ready. I'll give you 4 or 5 things to note, because this is a preparation which is done even before you even get fruits on your tree. Yes, and to start with, the age of your plants also determines the number of fruits it can hold. So the younger the tree, the more abortions you are most likely to experience. But here are some 4 things you should take note uh, for you to control early abortions in your fruits, or rather in your plants. First, make sure that your plants receive adequate water supply. When we say adequate, we mean that it's not too much water, not too little. Adequate supply, because when they get less water, the most likely going to drop fruits. And when we overfeed our plants with water, they will develop a root rot and you'll lose the plants and the fruits altogether. So adequate uh, regulated water supply is important. Secondly, make sure that your plants has the right nutrients, because it has newborns, so you will have to supply uh, new nutrients or to supplement what the plant has. And for this case, boron is very important when it comes to development of young fruits, from the onset of the tiny fruits up to their formation. So the most basic ones are boron, zinc, manganese. We still have to use copper, but just after the formation of the fruits. So there's still more which can be added, which can be supplemented on our trees. But all that depends on what specific plant needs, because you can have you can have uh, trees in your farm which some has deficiency, which needs to be taken care of, and the others are just okay. So it is important to note when to use or when to apply what, so that you do not overfeed. The other important aspect which you are supposed to take note and control is the pests. And when we say pests, we mean that your trees or your farm must be clean. You should clear all bushes around your farm, so that your crops are free from infestation of pests. And the other important one is that you should provide uh, bees in your farm. Our plants don't do self-pollination, so they will need an agent so that they can pollinate our plants during flowering. So every flower that has not been pollinated will never develop to a full fruit. So it is important that if you do not have bees around, you look for one, because that is a very serious aspect in this farming. And there's so much that we can do to our plants, but not forgetting the other important one, which is fungal control. If your plants are infected with the fungus disease, they'll probably uh, shed all your fruits. So you take care of those 4 or 5. First, we've said water. Secondly, we've said pests. Third, we've said nutrients. Fourth, we've said fungal control, and then provision of agent of pollination, which is bees, in your farm. Sometimes we get worried so much when our plants shed all the fruits, because every single fruit we see in our farm is money. But if we don't take good care, if we don't take care of those items I have mentioned, we are most likely going to lose our crops at a very, very young age. And then after the tree has shed to a capacity that it can bear, it will not shed no more. So you give the fruit what is required at the right time. You don't rush when you start saying that it is shedding, so that you can try and supplement. You supplement before. The secret here is prevention. You prevent rather than dealing with an outbreak. Thank you so much for watching. Keep it here as we continue sharing more information, more insights on these incredible farming exercise. Thank you and see you.